So we're going to go ahead and continue with yesterday's session. I was talking to my mom and my sister Varsha. It was primarily about the year 1978, 1979, 1980, 1981, 1982, 1983. It was primarily, I think, 1977 onwards, discussing a behavioral pattern noticed on my mom, different from my mom otherwise, in two instances, requiring actually, the reason the comparison was done was primarily because, let's say, with more pressure, the behavioral pattern wasn't what happened in 78, 79, 80. It was different. So I wanted to ask whether that was actually my birth mom from the womb or that was somebody else. On the back of it, we were told, okay, go ahead and do the throw. So I've done it. I've already uploaded it. Now I have gone and last night off camera I did ask few questions. I got some direction, but since I was not recording, I didn't do anything. Let's see if anyone's here. I don't know. Since it's 3 in the afternoon, it's not exactly 2 or 1. Is my calm too clean? Is this my apartment I live at? Is it true that there were 10 shapeshifters for all 10 fake identities for whoever was being the maidservant, Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy, whose energy is not a bad one, whereas the shapeshifters, 10 for one girl, their energy is really shit, not a good one. To keep that kind of energy out of my home this last 1 year, did I stop hiring the part-time maids in spite of them visiting our society? Many homes in our society keep them for work, but in my home I've decided not to because I had reduced their time to once a week, paying the same salary in 2024. I'd started reducing their time in my home to work to thrice a week, then twice a week, then once a week, because that energy is genuinely not good. And I didn't want it more than some time in my home, and I don't like to remove people. I've removed most servants. This time I said no, let her work as long, simply because her husband has got into an accident the last 2.5 years. But was her time reduced to once a week on the same pay, 7,000 per month for cleaning my home twice a week, or then once a week, once in one go? Mostly, let's just say twice a week, or then once a week. That's what I was paying her, between 6,500 to 7,000 bucks for cleaning of my home twice a week or then once a week. The Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy, who negotiated her salary at my home to work at my home in 2020 end, right? And she worked very nicely through 2021, all the way till the time I went to Bombay, returned from Bombay, and her husband got into an accident on the back of it. But she was very good with whatever she was doing, and she used to be welcome at my home to do whatever work she wants, unless she herself wants to take the day off for whatever her problem is, which she rarely did. Otherwise, she was coming, working at my home for 6 days a week, and no problems whatsoever. She does and she goes. Right? So there was a definite shift in the energy, so much so that whatever 2023-24 brought my way, I decided, just like 2008, After Janak worked full time in our home, we've never had a home without the full timers. Always one full timer and two part timers is the norm. After Varsha got married in 2001, it always is about 3 people, sometimes 4 also. But just the way I sensed danger in 2008, and then the bomb blast happened actually once Janak left. And a battery burst on my forehead the week that, I think a few days before he knew he had to go, a few days after he left. So anyway, on the part-time front also, I have decided not to keep anyone. So this is my apartment. I own my apartment. I don't work for myself. Okay? I wouldn't want you to pass cheap comments. Also, your desperados are spreading the smell of I don't know what in my home. Either pigeon. No, this is not your apartment. You made a payment on Amazon.com using my UPI. When Putin has come to India, you use your Fortuna card. What is your fortune? Your fortune is nothing over here. You have stolen 139 billion rupees, 139 billion crores of Indian rupees. What fortune is yours? You earn it. You have only stolen it. You are nothing but a great grand heist. The Indian government has been called a rogue government from the very first time I did these reads. It involves Iraq, Iran, Lira. Rogue government, GOI. Gauri's name was there, Ritu's name was there, Rita's name was there, Anu's name was there, Anita's name was there. Don't know if Bina's name was there, Binu's name was there. It is all a sham. There's plenty of stuff that is haywire. And you think you are going to record false evidence and this useless, crappy digital crap is going to decide. When did intelligence decide that they're going to make their own damn consortium from Satya Sai Baba's grounds? Scare those you are serving, the Putin way. Then plug yourselves into their place only. Getting rid of the originals? The same thing that you accuse Satya Sai Baba of, you accuse Amritanandamayi Mata also, in a different way. One state is called Andhra Pradesh, the other one is Kerala. The real Shankaracharya of the Shankar Mutt, I am being told you moved him into plain clothes. Only to keep his neural link alive so that you can take over the Shankar Mutt and then influence people your own way. And that state of Kerala, Kasargod, is where Keshavananda Bharati Swamiji, that is who you have taken him and put him in plain clothes. Which year, I don't know. He doesn't even remember who he is. You declared him dead to the world. But actually he's still on earth and he's in plain clothes. So hiding from that place the way you have sapped Shapurji Palunji, SNP is Standard and Poor, a ratings company. Sapped even Salman Khan's home, the pad over there, to make it what? SKF. If you look at 2009 before Salman Khan and 2009 after Salman Khan, you'll get two distinct personality types, completely different from each other. I'll say, maybe you ass fuck too much. That everywhere cuck, pop, pop, cuck, you keep doing. Keep it in your own home, not at my home. And when my washing machine is going on, don't say cuck, pop, cuck, pop. What, you think that washing machine is your ass rotating? Kaka coming out of it? Don't keep fucking around. Understood? Swine. Bloody idiot. Anyone over here? JAYA.ADVANI file name cat, are you around? Why are you looking like you're limping? You're limping? Why are you limping, darling? You're hopping? Is Mama around over here? You're hopping, telling me not to say these things? Mama getting irritated. Okay, so forget what I said. You saw a whole date. Now it's 3 o'clock right now in the afternoon. I woke up at around 9:30 or maybe 8:30. I don't even know. What I said about Keshavananda Bharati Swamiji, is it true, Mama? He's in plain clothes on earth. He remembers who he is. They took him out of the ashram only for his neural link. He has been kept alive, or something about his ego, or his God only knows. They know what they're doing. Primarily, they want to misuse the Shankar Mat ashram to influence in a different way, changing what the understanding is, going down to the Advaitism as well. Then putting a tick mark on things like promiscuity, and I don't know, Kajol is the mother of a grown daughter. They put out some video on YouTube where the mother is saying it's okay to be promiscuous. बोलू पता नहीं क्या है, तुम्हारी खुद की बेटी अब शादी करने वाली है, हाउ इट कैन बी ओके? तू दुर्गा पूजा करती है, बंगाली है. So what sense it is making, darling? It's not making sense. No mother will say that you got a grown daughter. It's not making sense. Shirdi Sai Baba keeps saying act your age, because many of the youngsters are being picked up for dead ladies, elderly ladies, my age, middle-aged ladies, elderly ladies, and being plugged in over there with a completely different mindset. The strong Bengali, if she is going to be promiscuous, you are going to give away your energy to who? The ruffians. तो तुम्हारा स्ट्रेंथ कहाँ पे रहेगा? दुर्गा पूजा जो होता है किसके कौन से मुंह से करेगी तू? Frankly, even the brothels charge they make a business of it. There is no business in a marital bed. There are 10 shapeshifters in the face of one dead person. And they made a big business of stealing. Getting girls to sign their just small insurance policy, and everything changes in terms of asset holding. Because they are making small mistakes in the title and the name and just grabbing assets. They've been doing this ever since the 90s. I cannot understand your thinking. Jaya am maid mame makes what kind of sense? My home does not hire maids anymore. You want to be my maid? There's no opening. Did you fucking understand? I don't want cheapness coming out of a bloody hijra called Rajkumar, the maid servant, byproduct, male gender. Worked in my home for 4 months. How many months did you work? तू लड़का के साथ आया था काम करने के लिए. You came to my home on salary to work as a cleaner boy. I don't want to hear that cleaning, useless voice being thrown in my home. There is no NIA, there is no RAW, there is no IB. You made sure about it way before. This reading actually points it. You are not even from this country, you are probably from Sudan, Pudan, all that crap. Places where you're fucking camels and goats. Stop being the goat quality in my home. You understood? I will not be tolerating cheapness. This country has been under a siege in the last 16 years. While IB is completely washed out in India, there is no RAW. And if there is a RAW, they are double agents. Everything out of Puttaparthi grounds in all probability. People who come to India as spies, pretending to be devotees. All the charges against Satya Sai Baba were never proved. If they get caught, it's over for them. Their government also can't take care of them. But if they make friends over here who will protect them, then it goes into a consortium. And greed never ends. They are scouted for by those who want to steal. Then IB is a defunct concept. So is RAW. Having looked at how you have functioned in this country, I am a girl in this country who has tolerated a lot of bullshit from you for no rhyme or reason. It speaks of no intelligence, only the lack of intelligence, both in the brain, knowledge too with the Atma, as well as on the ground, how you have functioned. Darling, I don't do your fucking job. You get the salary for it. Karmically, if you went fucked it up for every citizen, for you are accountable, not me. Don't dump your shit on me. You understood? Yeah, I am the mame of this apartment. It's called being a fucking owner, not with your grandpa's fucking money, my father's business money. Learn to remember that. Otherwise, तू एक भिखारी बन के पैदा भी होवे, भिखारी बोल ऐसे ऐसे करे, कोई तुमको दो दाना नहीं देगा, थूक के निकले. You get out of narc the way you've earned it. That will be the first. You can't even handle your atmic journey. दूसरों के बारे तू बात करेगा. How dare you? My business is my Atma. I handle it. Who are you to infiltrate all the time? Like a bloody jelly pudding all the time. Sitting not knowing, monkey mind not sure what you're doing. Self-contrary most times. Don't try that rubbish in my home. I am of the opinion, when I have asked the pendulum, do you think our military has the ability to deal with the cloning? The pendulum says no. We've been under a siege the last 15 years. Asked, does the military know India is under siege? बोलते हैं हाँ. Indian military को पता है? बोलता है ना. तो कौन सा military इतना शातिर है, वो आ गए हैं, पूरा चीज़ को टॉपल अप एंड डाउन कर दिया है, लेकिन इंडियन मिलिट्री को पता नहीं है. So what must be the modus operandi if not a biotech war? Are you willing to answer? I asked you yesterday. Are these people trying to frame some stuff on me? Are they using my brain, superimposing any videos on me to understand some situation of other people that they guess have done some wrong stuff? What are the dreams I get? Can you tell me? The dreams I get are what? Natural dreams of events that have happened with somebody? Are they natural things that are sent to me? Is it deliberately done by somebody? Is it somebody who latched their neural network with mine so that they can get ahead in life and put me on a back foot? No, is it a yes or is it a no? I want a straightforward answer. Is it a yes or a no? Did someone latch their brains to mine? Tell me one thing, when I was I born a special needs duffer? You have taken my classes when I used to read Roger the Dog or whatever the hell that chapter on RR, Radiant Reader used to be, you remember? And Bal Bharati. You used to make me sit on that desk every damn Sunday, not let me watch any movie, to do whatever for next day homework, Monday school. Do you remember Roger the Dog, Rover the Dog, whatever it was, green color book? So I used to read very quickly the first two sentences, then I used to get stuck. Then you taught me my cursive writing and whatever practice book. You used to really give me a tough time on the studies, but I used to come also then with 8 and 9 on 10 and used to be very happy. According to you, Mama, was I a special needs child? Even though, okay, I get stuck when it comes to reading. Was I naturally born a special needs child? Was I dim-witted according to you? Was I dim-witted according to you? Would you call me a duffer? No, did you mean to call me a duffer? No, were you calling me a duffer because you felt I was kind of a duffer? Or is it because you get irritated and so it's like giving a bad word and saying you're like a duffer? Come on, quickly, say this, say that. So, did you think I was a normal child who was capable of being intelligent enough to, with my own brain, perform well at school? Now, the point is, was I intelligent enough to handle my life on my own with my God given birth and brains? Did somebody cut into it and steal neurally from me? Are you talking to me or are you talking to that stupid woman who spoke, which the camera wouldn't have picked it up? You're talking to that stupid woman who cannot be heard upon the camera, but I can hear it in my ear. You're speaking to her? Okay, keep her out of the way because she's very stupid. Don't speak to that stupid woman. Only speak to who you can audibly hear, who's holding the pendulum. Was I good enough? Was I neurally stolen? Was I neurally stolen from is my question to you. Was my natural intelligence stolen from and put on somebody else? Were my genes, genetics, genomes also stolen in any way? Were my genes, genetics, genomes altered in any way? Was it done as a favor to me? Was it done as a favor to me? So I should thank the people who altered my genes, genomes, genetics. You are thankful to them? I'm not asking Dada. Dada will not be happy, but I'm saying, Mama, since you understand the whole situation, are you thankful to the people who edited my genes, genomes, and genetics? Are you thankful to them? You are thankful to them. Dada is angry with them. Dada is not angry with them. Nana is angry with them. Dadi and Nani, any of them are angry with them. Dadi is angry with them. Dadi is angry with them. What about Nani? Nani also is angry with them. Only Dadi is of the opinion, of a different opinion. Dadi feels nobody should have altered it. But on the whole, if you look at it from the afterlife, do you think whatever happened for the best? Just looking at everything, do you see that everything happened for the best? Do you feel everything happened for the best? Stop answering them. Asking you audibly, do you feel everything happened for the best? Tell me something in the gene altering, the genetics altering, the genome altering that they did when I was quite young. You say before I turned 10, 12? After age 12, they edited the genes what? And genomes after age 12? You're talking to me, Jaya Kanyalal, Hukumat Rai, Gurmukh Das Advani? Sounding like Girija. Am I Girija? Did they alter Girija Khurana's genes, genomes, genetics? Jaya Kanyalal Hukumat-Rai-Advani holding the pendulum was sounding like Girija Khurana for a little while. But am I Girija Khurana? Jaya Kanyalal Hukumat-Rai, Gurmukh Das Advani or Jaya Advani, Kani Advani's daughter, Kanyalal Hukumat-Rai Advani's daughter, is the one whose genes, genetics, genomes were edited later on. Kak pup, what is kak pup? None of us in our family, we're not Gujaratis, we're Sindhis. तो यहाँ पे कोई कक कक काका काका कोई नहीं होता है. चाचा होता है ब्रदर ऑफ माई फादर, मासी होती है सिस्टर ऑफ माई मदर. उससे ज़्यादा बुआ पुआ वो जो है फूफा फूफी फूफी कुछ नहीं होता है. यू अंडरस्टूड? अंकल आंटी बस उतना होता है. डोंट ब्रिंग योर ओन टूथपिक्स इनटू माय सेटअप. अब जो काका होता है उसको तो कक कक बोलता है कि नहीं? इन शॉर्ट. If I had to call anyone, I'll just call him uncle. Okay? Except for my father's brother, वो दो चाचा होते हैं from birth. I can't help it, so he becomes my chacha, both of them. My father also becomes whoever's chacha. और बाकी जो होते हैं मासी, that has to be the mother's side of the sisters. That's it. Other than that, everybody is uncle and auntie. Okay? Now, Mama, do you want me to continue with the Scrabble throw? I wanted to ask you, am I the West Bengal born girl? Is my DNA West Bengal? Am I the OBC, scheduled caste? It's a very important topic because is it true there is somebody from West Bengal? She wired the OBC and transferred her rage onto them and they don't know about it. That's what I got off camera yesterday. Did that woman ever shapeshift as Anita Advani ever in the past? Is there any reference with your life, Anu Sadrangani? Is there any reference to your life with Queen Elizabeth I and Queen Elizabeth II? Is there any reference to you with the reference to context to Queen Elizabeth I? Kailash Aunty, when she got married to Vittal Mallya, after 83, she used to keep talking about her nice one world trip that she'd been on QE2, Queen Elizabeth II. That was my father's sister talking about it. Kailash Hingorani, widow of Mr. Mohan Hingorani, whose father had a dispensary at London Oxford Street. Johnny, in short, her husband's name, Mr. Mohan Hingorani. He was a British citizen for which she herself had, or he had a British passport for which Pramila Trimona and Umesh Hingorani got their British passports on the back of their mother's first marriage. So they were already British passport holders when she got married to Mr. Vittal Mallya. She married the original Mr. Vittal Mallya. She did not marry the original Mr. Vittal Mallya. The original Mr. Vittal Mallya was alive somewhere in the world. She married the proxy for Mr. Vittal Mallya. That was a sham marriage? (1976) was a sham marriage? We were what, all actors in a sham marriage? I was only 3 years old at that time. Mr. Vittal Mallya stayed married to his wife actually always? There is a real Mr. Vittal Mallya, or even that is fictitious character? There's a real Mr. Vittal Mallya? He's still on earth today? He's looking a little like Sham uncle puffed up. That is Binu Rao's husband, Mr. Sham Rao. So tell me one thing, did the real Mr. Vittal Mallya ever have a second marriage? No. Is a yes or a no? He was living in with somebody? The real Mr. Vittal Mallya lived in with somebody outside of his marriage? He did not have a Parsi girlfriend who he lived in with? Did he marry that lady later on? Kailash Hingorani was doing a dance drama of getting married to Vittal Mallya? But then she lived also on those premises. How come? Tell me one thing, let me ask you very simply. Kailash Hingorani, is she responsible for anything that went wrong with the United Breweries and the Kingfisher issue affecting Mr. Vijay Mallya? Did she have a hand in things going wrong herself? That is Hukumat Rai Gurmukdas Advani's older daughter. Was Kailash Hingorani actually the daughter of Mr. Hukumat Rai Gurmukdas Advani, the third born? 2 sons before and then 1 daughter after. Is she the proper daughter? Did she marry more than once legally? Was she widowed within her 8 years of marriage, with which she had 3 children? Is that Kailash Hingorani still in her body today? She's my father's sister. Is that Kailash Hingorani my father's sister? Did Mr. Hukumat Rai Gurmukdas Advani's daughter, Kailash Hingorani, ever become Pauline? Okay, you say you left the marriage earlier than you left the marriage, you say, when we went on to the Chidambaram trip. You broke your marriage with my father, my birth father. When we went on the Chidambaram trip, you were the only one with Daddy who didn't get on to the Chidambaram ship. Last minute you dropped out, but behind our back you left the marriage. Daddy was aware of it. Point is, if you left the marriage and went away, you went where? Did you go to Puttaparthi? Did you come here to Bangalore, Whitefield, to your cousins in Bangalore? Did you come to Bangalore to be with your Bangalore cousins you grew up with during your school days, your father's side of the family? You came to Bangalore? No, is this the year 1978, 1979? Did you return to your marriage after you left while we were on the Chidambaram ship? You never returned to the marriage? You had somebody who was your lookalike who entered the marriage at that time just to hold. What was that? That was primarily so that Dadi is not left feeling unhappy. But Dadi didn't want to face society that her daughter-in-law has left the marriage, because divorce in those days was an absolute no-no. Did you take Varsha with you? Did you take JAYA.ADVANI with you at any point in time? Did you separate JAYA.ADVANI and me without my knowledge at any point in time? Let's say before I turned 14. JAYA.ADVANI joined you in which year, Mama? Let me ask you one thing. You left the marriage 1980. The Chidambaram ship. Your daughter, your second daughter JAYA.ADVANI, who's with you. Your older daughter is here in the body still. So what I'm trying to understand is, JAYA.ADVANI, your daughter, your second daughter was on the Chidambaram ship. The girl who's sitting on the bathtub when I'm having a shower, that is your second daughter on the Chidambaram ship? You're not sure? My question is, when we got back to Bombay after the Chidambaram ship and Bangalore, we returned to Bombay after that and rejoined school. I would have gone to the 4th standard or the 3rd standard, I can't even remember. I could have gone to the 3rd or 4th standard. My question is, when you left Forge as well, did you take Varsha with you? Behind our back, when you left Forge as well, did you take Varsha with you? Was Varsha offloaded on the Chidambaram ship? Was she exchanged in any way on the Chidambaram ship? Did you join Varsha in Singapore or wherever it is she got offloaded? Did you join her behind our back? Since you are the mother of that second child, are you the womb mother of the second child? No, are you the same womb mother of mine and the womb mother of that girl? Who took charge of Varsha? If Varsha was really, the original Varsha was offloaded on the Chidambaram ship. My younger sister Varsha.ADVANI was offloaded on the Chidambaram ship. My sister Varsha.ADVANI, did she come to you? You all separated, two sisters. You separated me from my younger sibling before the first 10 years of our life. In the 15th year of my life. You separated us when we were teenagers. And you brought in a look-alike for her. That was Aarti Nanthur at some point in time. Do I work for IB? Do I work for Raw? Do I work for ISI? Do I work for any bloody intelligence so-called company? Am I just a Zamindar's granddaughter and a business person, trader's daughter? Just a plain citizen whose mother very, very responsibly left the house behind our back when we were on the Chidambaram ship and then separated two sisters and brought in some duplicate on it and spoilt my face and my reputation. You did it. The duplicate clone network did it. They're the IB. They're the Raw. Run by whom? Vittal Mallya. Cyrus Mistri's family. Because of what I asked Beza Thala. She is actually screwing a skewing a particular way. So they did all this on the back of it. Tell me, the people responsible in the so-called IB and the Raw, are they going to the higher realms once they leave the human body? I'd like them to know, because I really don't care what they're going to do on the back of it. I couldn't care less. Is it true that most of Bombay that put their hands into the filth just to save their own skin are going to the lower realms upon leaving the body? It's 40% of the world population that is like them, who have functioned the way they function. Good, they know. What is it? They're going all to Patal? Is that what they have earned? They're going to come back soon in their next birth into some form or the other as a breather on earth. It's going to take them a long time to get another birth. I want to understand one more thing. Rosie Fernandez was working for Raw and the IB. She was working for the ISI in any way. When she was working at our home as the secretary, was she working as the ISI or as Raw or IB? Was Muthuswamy the driver working for either of the two? Muthuswamy the driver was working for Raw or for IB? Muthuswamy the driver was working for ISI from Dharavi. Rosie Fernandez was working for any spy group other than the Raw or then the ISI. Gangaram was working for any intelligence agency. Was he working for Raw? Was he working for the ISI? Was Saroj working for anyone? Saroj was working for the Raw. Saroj was working for the ISI. She ran off with those Muslim boys. Vatsala was working for Raw. Vatsala and her children were working for any spy agency. Vatsala and her children, the Marathi Bai, was working for ISI? Iran, Iraq, something? She was working for Iran, Iraq? Someone said Israel. She was working for Israel? Vatsala was working for whom? Israel? She was working for somebody in Iran, Iraq, or a spy group from Iran, Iraq. Then the bhaiya who used to cook really good food, did he go on to shapeshift for Anil Kapoor ever? Was he working for any spy group ever? He used to cook really well. Was he in the business of spying? Okay, that man primarily was a married man when he joined my home. Did his wife pass away within 1 year of him joining our work? In fact, just when he joined, he had to hospitalize her for quite some few months, after which she passed away. She was at Bombay hospital, which was easier for him to come and go and take care of her too. So that man was not a spy. Was that man a spy? Okay, when it comes to the Bertila and all, was Bertila a spy working for anybody? Bertie was working as a spy. Was she working for an official spy group? Was she working for the ISI? Was she working for the RAW, Indian RAW? Was Bertila working for the Indian RAW? Was Bertila working actually for the CIA by any chance? Bertila was working for the CIA. What about the other Regina Pacis girls? Estella and all, were they working in any spy group? The Assamese girl was working for any spy group? Sanandana was working for any spy group? Varsha Sanandana was working for a spy group. For RAW? Was Sanandana working for RAW? Sanandana was working for ISI? For some Nepali group, Bhutanese group, Tibetan group? You're saying most of the domestic helps who worked in our home, some of them, half of them were working for some spy agency. They're the problem factor in our home, in our entire setup. Kela Shingorani, is she really my father's sister from the same damn womb, of the same parentage? The time when you were plugged out, when you decided to leave the marriage, were you then, did you go on to become brain controlled in any way? Were you CRISPRed in any way to look different from who you actually were? Beyond recognition of understanding, you are actually the ex Mrs. Anita Advani. Were you given a different look? Were you CRISPRed, or were you actually then beaten up, or were you done away with to become that girl called Pauline? Is Pauline by any chance my relative in any way? Did Varsha get beaten up to become Pauline? Did JAYA.ADVANI, your second daughter, get beaten up to become Pauline? Is Pauline actually the lady called Biju who used to look after Umesh, Pramila Trimona at Everest building? Wearing a white sari, her teeth used to come out. She's a very sweet girl with like very nice person with wiry hair. A very gentle lady. And she used to take us down to play in Everest building with pebbles and all. So she's actually Biju. Okay, great. Now, is Kailash Aunty on earth today? Is she still in her human body on earth? Is Koshi Aunty still on earth in her human body? Are any of my cousins still alive on earth today? My boy cousins? No, my first cousins, the first cousins, boy cousins. You're talking about Divan? No, I'm talking from the Advani family. When it comes to Umesh Hingorani, when it comes to Kabir Gupta, when it comes to Akhil Gupta, when it comes to Nitesh Gupta, when it comes to my cousin Nikhil Advani, when it comes to my cousin Mr. Umesh Hingorani, he is somewhere. He's still around. Okay, very good. If he's still around, is he recognizable? If I saw him and spent a little time, would I be able to put it together? He's what? Low income now? Is he connected with United Breweries in any way? He leads a normal middle class life like all of, I don't know what I am, but anyway, just a normal life. Hopefully he is not, Mama, please. Hopefully he is not that. I expect my cousin to be a little more taller than that. He's that? Galaxy? He lives in India? My cousin lives in India anywhere? He lives in India somewhere? Okay, good. Very good. I'm very happy. Excellent. So, he's a good guy. He's maintained his place as Hukumat Rai Gurmukh Das Advani's grandson. And his parents are very well educated, both of them. So genealogy and genetic wise, I think he should have taken to a path which is more straightforward. Okay, you want me to continue with the Scrabble throw? Whatever it is, there is some stuff in there which I didn't complete yesterday. Should I just do some of it? Okay. So this is interesting what I have over here. U, wo, neck, rai, AB. So I don't know, I have something in my neck that is stuck and my shoulder blade. बोलते हैं ये पता है either इसने हमको भी किया और इसको भी किया है या she is behind all this, or maybe a shapeshifter for her. That's called Aishwarya Rai Bachchan. अमिताभ बच्चन ग्रैंड डॉटर क्या है, डॉटर इन लॉ. Either it is OB or it is WO. If you see, we see my mom who's over here, she's Anu, ANU, and then you can see she's got another one called Anu. My mom's not Anu, my mom is Anu. My father's name is Kani, Kani, but they have it over here as Ani. Ani means fish eggs. Somebody likes eating people's fish eggs because then they don't let the fish eggs grow. They keep the fish eggs in the background and they keep them on a back foot, and then they keep talking about the yuva, but actually they don't allow you to grow. That is why I'm telling the yuva 100 times, don't fall for it. Just literally make sure you know who you're following. Yeah, they keep calling it out to be the Illuminati, but if in 5 centuries earlier, if it was Queen Anne's time, they just didn't want somebody who was conservative coming in the way of however they were following, whatever they were following. If they found someone too traditional, then they were just getting rid of an entire monarchy, grabbing the land, moving it out, whichever way it took. In Queen Anne's case, it is not able to produce an heir in spite of 16, 17 children being born. So somehow or the other, creating a situation to move it out of where they want to move it out, and then bring like-minded people, taking society forward. But then has it really, what has it done for everybody? I don't know. I'll leave it open. There is a queen involved in some way or the other, not sure what it is. I studied in AO in Australia. Can I ask you one thing? Is Rani a name of the actress? That was Kajol Mukherjee's cousin sister. She's Rani Mukherjee. Reference point is to her. She was brought into a movie 1995, I have a feeling. Was it 95 or it was afterwards? She and her cousin Kajol Mukherjee never used to get along family wise. It is said that Kajol Mukherjee was taken underground 1998 in Panvel somewhere, done away with, as in she left her human body unknown to everybody. In the year 2000, side by side, somebody else looking like Kajol Mukherjee got married to Mr. JAYA.ADVANI. The cousins patched up and did some other movie after that. If I can put the question in another way, did Rani Mukherjee actually work with her blood related cousin sister called Kajol Mukherjee in the first movie that she was launched with her cousin? Was she working with her cousin who she never got along with, or they never got along with in the past as families? Did Rani Mukherjee work with her actual cousin? Was her cousin even in the human body during the time that that Rani Mukherjee was making the movie with her cousin? You're saying Kajol Mukherjee had already left her body and gone? Rani Mukherjee was primarily working with somebody who was not her cousin but looked like her cousin? You're calling it what? Illuminati. Okay. Now AU, Rani Mukherjee ever went to Europe or what? Australia? The Australia mentioned over here is what? My going to Australia and studying my MBA in Australia? Are we going to that timeline? Is that what you're trying to say? Are you trying to point out to a timeline which is 96, 97? You're saying West Bengal had some woe with my timeline of going to Australia, and that woe was to Rani Mukherjee around that time, 96, 97? Is there any queen itself involved over here? Any real queen that you're trying to make reference to? Any royal bloodline? None. Okay. So perhaps they also went and shot this movie somewhere in Europe. I don't know. I'm not sure. There are many people who go for shooting and never return, by the way. They just get exchanged very conveniently. Because the replacement and the cloning is with the idea of infiltrating this society with outsiders and then completely overhauling it. when management from the back end, along with the board of directors, along with the shareholders, are just replaced. What is the percentage in all these large shareholding companies? You plug something from Iran, Iraq looking Indian, then where does the majority move to? As simple as that. Again, let me repeat, Mr. Vineet Jain was replaced by somebody from Cyprus. Mrs. Samir Jain was replaced by the pendulum indicates it is from Iraq. So if you have two founders with a major shareholding and other people with the next largest shareholding within company structures, then the management and the operations, all the key people, if that is eradicated and replaced by similar looking people, the original is kept underground till the time it is required. Mostly it is the phasing out of those people who are the closest to the founders, probably. When that top notch of the consortium is overhauled, then what do you have with you? They know it amongst themselves, but do you know about it? Not one of them will call the other person out. Okay, this is not necessary. I don't think there's any necessity for this. This is necessary. तो नाभि जो होता है, नाभ जो होता है, वहाँ से जो है वो तो विष्णु होता है ना. From what Brahma comes out, that means creation. That hired somebody from the EU thinking it is not good. Somebody got irked because I used to go to the Satya Sai Baba center in Australia when I was studying. That made somebody get angry. Let's ask. I don't know. Let's ask. Oof. I want to understand something about the wiring. The wiring has got to do with the brain control in any way, Mama? Are you an OB? Are you a OB person? Are you a West Bengal person? Yet you were wired? Can I ask you who wired you? Did Papa get you wired? Papa got you wired. Your own husband. Kiran uncle got you wired. Mr. Kiran merchant got you wired. Papa got you wired. Let me ask you, Papa got you wired why? Because of your anger issues? Did you have anger issues? Papa got you wired what? For brain control of some kind? Papa got you wired so he could keep an eye on you, so if there is a problem he can jump in and save you in some way? Papa ever shape-shifted for anybody? Now getting angry with the Nabi is to do with what? The umbilical cord, or where the umbilical cord comes from? Is that the Nabi you're talking about? Is it to do with the offspring born? Means was Papa angry with me? Was Papa irritated with me for Australia going to the Satya Sai Baba, to the Satya Sai Baba center? Was a shapeshifter for Papa angry with me for going to the Satya Sai Baba center? The shapeshifter was angry with me. That person had contacts in Europe before. So they were angry that I was going to the bhajans and things like that. while doing my MBA? Did my own father, birth father, wire you? Did the shapeshifter for my birth father wire you for brain control of some kind to keep track of you? Did that person put wires into me too? This sound that I can hear on my shoulder blade and my ear and whatever the insults are, how did they manage to fit it into me? Did they externally fit it into me? What is it? Is it only an external microchip? It's a nano chip, a tiny nano chip. Is it removable? Have they done anything to add anything to my brain in any way? Any external device been added to my brain? There is a chip in my brain that they have put. Did they take my permission while doing that? Is that a bad karma that has gone against them in the future by any chance as stealing? Do they brain control in any way of me via that chip at any point in time? Do they direct me to do things which I do? Are they able to change voice from that chip on the back of my throat? Is that why they have plugged it into me? That chip can make me fall. But then can't it control my decision making in some way? Does the chip control my decision making in any way? Does the chip control my decision making in any way, if I can ask you? It can plant an idea in my head, but I can decide whether I want to go with it or I don't want to go with it. Can that chip go on to become mindless brain control, where the decision making is not left up to me and I just end up doing what the brain signals are? Can that be extended into that? It can be extended into that. As of now, it is not extended. That's what you're saying? So it can overwrite my cortex of decision making, choosing between what is right and what is wrong. You're saying I am plugged to that extent that I can become a mindless, empty box which only goes according to the brain signals without taking my own decisions. In the future, can that upgrade itself to that, where decisions, I don't take the final decision? But if they can do plugging and planting of ideas in the head, why can't they just stamp down completely? Is that why Shirdi Sai Baba says what you want is nearly done, but the thing is there's some doubt in the mind? Is it got to do with them? Tell me, whatever's been fitted into my body, is it from an Iran point of view? Is that the country that has done this? Is it Iran that has done this? Is Iraq involved in it? Has Iraq got anything to do with what is in my brain, fixed, or whatever external devices fitted into my body? The nanochips. Does it come out of Tata's company of nanotechnology? Whatever's been fitted into my body? Got to do with Ratan Tata and Noel Tata and Cyrus Mistry in some way? It started when I told Behzad Dhala what I did in school. From there, all this nonsense has started. Yeah, you're very sweet. You mix everywhere like poison, looking like sugar. You dare to call yourself the IB? What a joke. You should understand then what all this nonsense is. Yeah, all the body parts these idiots have gone and affected. Useless. बहुत अच्छे दिन लेके आ गया है. So what is it? It is you have created a woe for my brain. For my brain. For my ear. Whenever we're going to throw the garbage, we don't eat garbage. We have a garbage collection center over here in this building. So we throw the garbage where we're supposed to, so that it can be collected in the routine of the building maintenance. You got a problem with it? You made a big song and dance about cleaning the fucking chhajja of 17 buildings, 18, 19, 20 buildings. You said they will enter our homes and do the cleaning. I suppose I don't live at Purva Palm Beach. You made a payment when Putin was visiting India, or you made a show of it. That's not JAYA.ADVANI. I got one sister, her name is JAYA.ADVANI. I got one mother, her name is Anu Sadrangani. They're no more in the body. You didn't like them. You created clones for how many multiple IDs for one person? Daring to call yourself Raw and IB? That's a joke. The biggest spy ground for a conglomeration of spies must have been Puttaparthi and Amritanandamayi Mata's ashram. Their countries don't look after them if they get caught in any other country. Raw is the spy for India and outside countries. Other countries are spies in India's country. But what if they make a conglomerate run by that who has been throwing money left, right, center, where their governments don't take care of them? The one with the money makes them play Switzerland in Puttaparthi. Or then at Amritanandamayi Mata's ashram, where they are actually watching out for each other. The friendship becomes so brotherly and sisterly that with their techniques given to them by their governments, different abilities, with their advanced research from every different country. What Mozart can do, ISI does differently, but is good at what they do. Raw does it differently, good at what they do. Everyone is different. Yet when they come together, do they become a formidable team with different expertise? You will create fear in the people who have actually had work, earn their money. Who will they turn to? They depend on intelligence, they depend on security for their own well-being. But you scare that lot only after they've earned enough money. What can't you get them to believe? And then how can't you just sideline them? If you have all the techniques, like now I was seeing DARPA, research analysis for brain, what do you say? Interaction or convergence into technology. Why is Tesla looking like Tata extension? Why has Brin's DeepMind, we got Brin's name over here. This man is actually dead. He's from Google. His DeepMind, you extended it into Neuralink, Tata. What you did? Nobody will ever go to a country where it is so expensive to create anything. From India to US, if someone takes manufacturing, means there's a big problem. Most people will not do that. Neura was established in 2006 publicly. But the real Mr. Elon Musk is no more. Neither his two parents. One parent, pair of parents, father, mother. His brother and sister are underground somewhere, alive. You need them to look like them. That's why you've kept me alive. Because my mom is no more, my sister is no more, my father is no more. Yet you have in place lots of people who look like them but are not them, wearing their egos, connected with the genomes, genetics, something of that sort. Now, if the front runner is Elon Musk and his parents, they've been sidelined, but you still need those genetics. In that family, the weaker ones are Tosca Musk and Kimball Musk, so you kept them alive underground for their genetics. Same what my reading is saying you have done with the Shankar Mats, Keshavananda Bharati Swamiji from Kasargod, Kerala. Why are you playing tick tick sound under my body? तुमको कुछ करना है इधर आके करना, चूहा बन के क्यों करता है? क्या है प्रॉब्लम? यहाँ पे आके कर. Come here and do. Speak face to face. Be a man. What? You're going to call me names? Hiding. You are very great. You don't know when you harass women, especially single women, widowed women, children. You don't know what a beast quality that is. You don't know where it takes you. You don't know what qualities they are from which loka. You don't know. You have stolen from the Sindhi widows, by the way. Your network of shit has done that in Bombay. They have always sponged off either the elderly or then the children or then the widowed. Their daughter-in-laws and their daughters. That's how great you are. It's called cowardly acts from the real gods in the heavens, by the way, which do exist. It's just that you need to have the good luck to have ever interacted with it. Then you would know. Otherwise, well, you'll always question it. Who's seen tomorrow? I believe I am God. Forcefully, though, the beast only always makes himself the God. Because naturally, he cannot ever be it. That is why the beast and the beast's followers need to make the most of one lifetime, like SRL's duplicate. 10 duplicates called SL. You have to wear every fucking cap in one birth because this is the only time you get a breather. What other souls from the higher realms, even when they go from here, they are free, and they don't come with the concept of jihad. They are free. They are atomically free. They don't need to keep fleeing. They leave the body, they go into, again, more breathability. They are not coming from suffocated places. They keep karma straight. When they wish to, if they wish to, they can return into good births back on earth. Nothing stops them. It is those who are not able to. One birth they come over here, they need to live life for the fullest and to the fullest. Because this is it. No matter what, they can't bridge the gap. Once they go home, it's back in service to the beast. And that entity and that loka, you got to watch your back every time. Anybody can come and eat you up from any angle. You just, in that, only that energy in those lokas. It's worse than a shark. And a shark attack. So you got to wear every fucking cap in this one birth, because you know you live it to the fullest app, and you better breathe, because you better be the camel, breathing in as much as you can. After this, it's over for you. That's why you are the way you are. Nobody else is like you. At least not those who have earned it well. Those who have earned it well can live okay over here, be happy with whatever it is comes our way, move through it, tolerate you, not break, bend a bit so we can avoid you, not bend fully, just bend a little so we can avoid you, skirt around you and move another way. But what a leech, what a lizard. You still not taken your bloody claws off from my property and my life. Why are you clawed in? Why are you clawed in? You're like a desperado. बोलो crab जो है allow ही नहीं करता है, claws को निकालता ही नहीं है. That's gnawing all the time, gnawing. How empowered is that? तुमने देखा है when someone's falling off a cliff, how they are clawing at you and saying, no, save me, pull me up. You're like that. He is no more. I used to have a problem in my ribs till that lady passed away, according to me. Simply because my ribs, I cannot get out of the house. Whole 2017 and 18, I think I will fall. Even when I went to Bombay, 2022, I thought I'm going to just pass out. I used to have so much pain in my body. फिर बोले गॉल ब्लैडर निकालो. बोलूँ कौन सा नहीं है, पता नहीं कौन सा गॉल ब्लैडर उनको निकालना है. But I'm not Anne. You must have connected her to me in some way. And I went to study in AU. So this war you created for her, you put on me. Just the way somebody's got problems with anger issues by natural birth from West Bengal apparently. That person so clever has gone wired the OBC crowd or the OB crowd. And on the basis of the wire, gone and transferred that person's natural rage issues onto unsuspecting souls. So she transfers or he transfers their rage via the neural link to unsuspecting crowd, and they get in a rage and they can't understand why, and they react very differently from if they were not wired, how they would react. She gets them to do work for her that way only. You changed my identity when I went away to Australia. Only my daddy is angry with you. The rest of my mom, my nana, my dada, my nani, they're saying, okay, you made me yucky DNA, right? हमको yucky genes और genomes बनाया. SRL did his full, not SRL, SL did his full investigation about my genealogy, genes, genetics. I was yucky DNA according to him. So 10 shapeshifters came and went, and then I very easily got out in 5 months because I was yucky genetics. Had I not been yucky genetics, bow and wine, I would have gone underground, never to be found again. But it was naturally cut off from me because of somebody. And I think most of my ancestors who have passed on are thanking you for it. Because the ones who still had it on them were not nicely treated at all. Does anyone above the earth's surface who are good people know about it? Nobody knows about it. You're so stealth mode, which only spies can do. Nobody else can pull this off. And to be able to send the bones of the IG somewhere in the Middle East, फिर तो क्या कनेक्शंस होगा. हाथ मिलाना, हैंडशेक कौन से लेवल तक है? ऐसे हैंडशेक तुमको कहाँ पे मिलता है? When spies go to a particular country, either they are running shops, हाथ गाड़ी, working somewhere where they live on rent, quick shut shop, in case they need to run, they can quickly run. At a high level, yes, maybe there is someone with a very poor level of ethics. They may be fully invested but doing work of spying or hiring spies. I don't know. I'm not in that business. But which is that meeting ground where a bunch of spies from different countries every 3 times a year can meet. That also no one's looking out for them because everyone's in a state of meditation, silence and devotion. What deals can be cut? Anyway, must thank you for it. Maybe there are 9 people. Nine people for my identity. I was the brown hairy baby. Or if you're talking about Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy, then the shapeshifters who came over here, I tell you, they were 10, not 9. One African too. That's why I don't keep anybody in my home to work, in spite of your great verification process and 3-level security. There are 10 people who have been murdered in Tuva, Palm Beach. Not sure if it is only 2025 or earlier than that, but total 10 people gone at least in 2025. Do you know about it? Are you capable of finding out? I for sure am not. Kabir Gupta and Nikhil Gupta, no, Kabir Gupta and Nikhil Advani were CRISPR'd, face change, to look like my father. When Nikhil Advani was brought to my home, they spoke about when Nikhil was born, his nose was like a real piglet. With whose voice? My mother's voice. How many times did they say that over how many weeks? And my mom doesn't talk that way otherwise. बोलू पता नहीं निखिल के बारे क्यों बात कर रही है? What happened? Now that's an old story ages ago. She's got married, left the house, happily settled. Now in 2007-8 why she's talking this? फिर किंग परीक्षित के बारे और भागवत श्रीमद् भागवतम के बारे बात कर रही है. King Parikshit and the snake bite. There is one version of my father I used to have some desire. He's sleeping on the bed, very sweet old man. I enter the room at 3-4 in the afternoon, see if he's doing okay, everything's okay with him. Yeah, to check if he's still breathing, if he's okay, we don't know. Also, we don't intrude in each other's privacy. We have some things we follow fully, and that's okay, all of us do it. We all like our privacy. I used to have to touch that man's feet in between just to take his blessings, because he seemed to be a very high spirit, a very high soul. I don't know, energetically he was very good. Was he somebody who used to do the Bhagavatam recital somewhere? Or was he very well versed in the Srimad Bhagavatam? Or was he a king? Who was he? What I understand, whenever you have spoken or whatever, either you are talking about somebody you have brought into my home, or then something you are doing somewhere else. I don't know how you play it. So I am saying, I can't make out, हाँ तुमने कबीर गुप्ता को रमेश अडवाणी बन के, apparently you gave Kabir Gupta, who was CRISPR to look like my dad, your shoes which were broken to take it down to the mochi to get it done. The real Mr. Ramesh Advani is 10-11 years younger than his older brother called Kani Advani or Kaniyalal Hukumatrai Gurmukdas Advani. He would never do that. Not ever. What you did was shocking, and you have come as a guest to my home. You will give the host the shoes and tell him get this done from downstairs. When I asked the pendulum, it said who gave those shoes was either Fernandez or D'Souza, whose grandmother worked in this house, called 4 Jaswell 9 New Marine Lines, first floor, Bombay 20. Next time, don't ask your parents to work in our homes. Find whatever you all want to do. Make sure you make your money on your own. There's going to be a time our life can carry on. It's about spending the money. But not getting this kind of thrash slapping us for no rhyme or reason. Because you want to be on a fucking bloody French Revolution who live frugal lives and torch their parliament after so many years. Still not happy. You're on your way out, by the way. So far you've been fueled by other people's hard work and then busted. Stealth mode. That money siphoned off and then a little bit given to you to run your economy to make it look like it's all good, which is complete bullshit. So anyway, all I'm saying is I too can't make out when it comes to the shapeshifters. In my father's position, via the pendulum, I have understood some toxic people were brought in, some people from Marine Lines Marketplace. Actually, this morning, this is what I was doing. I was just thinking, I said 1 minute, the maids who used to work in our home and they used to go to the church outside of Marine Lines Market. In that Marine Lines Market, there are many Catholics. In the surrounding area, many of them go to that church. For them, it's the closest. Now, the maid also goes over there. But if the maid is from, what, CIA? Or working for any spy group, how does she round them all up with what stories? And who does she hire? There is a version of Mr. Kani Advani who has brought beef home. which is not done not during my dadi's time, not my father's time, not my mother's time. Suddenly how it came home. All the girls in my family are talking about toxicity, whether they are so-called in-laws or whether they are just from our home, or my aunt also is running off to Shantiniketan. They don't want to be in the house. And luckily everyone has more than one apartment somewhere or the other, or more than one bungalow somewhere or the other. Yes. All that was 2006, 7, 8, 9. Everyone wants to be out of the house at any cost. During those years, Mr. JAYA.ADVANI is talking about eating Goni's fish and rice from the marketplace. Which is not something he would ever do. He is somebody who eats at Mahesh lunch home, mostly. Our clubs, mostly. If we want a good fish curry or fish coastal food, Mahesh lunch home is the cheaper option. Excellency and Trishna are places we don't go that often as Mahesh lunch home. Or call for food and have it at home. We're Sindhis. We don't talk about being sweet, we keep it straightforward. But if we have to just enjoy ourselves and accept everything around us and yet live our lives being happy without poisoning anybody else's life, that's what we do. Very simplistic. We don't pretend to be do-gooders poisoning things. No, we are what we are. If we have a job to give you, it is straightforward. There's a salary attached. You want it, take it. Don't want it, move on. We're tradespeople. You don't want to work, somebody else will work. It's services, goods for money. That's all we understand. We're not here to poison you or use you for extra. Most certainly not to spread anarchy in a country or then sedation in a country, or then hire you to destroy a country. That's not our business. That's for warlords to do. While they pretend to be sweet and sugar, but actually they are poison hiding in sugar. You were rotating Nikhil Advani in that time to the marketplace also, I understood. Finally, you strangulated Nikhil Advani at Fort Jaswal, got rid of him via the louver. That's what my reading says. Why so much desperation? You are as much as a short-term guest on earth, whether you're a bloody industrialist or you are staying in the slum. So am I. Why are you not enjoying and why are you not letting other people enjoy as deep as the pockets are? Why are you creating mass confusion? Other than your soul, what are you taking with you when you get out of here? Leaving more confusion over here. You're coming back to live in all that confused state of being. What did you say? I cannot hear you. You want to say something, you come talk face to face. I really don't have time for rats hiding inside that fan and throwing voice stupidly in my ear. I don't have time for that rubbish. You find out how they are wearing the ego and crisping themselves to become somebody else all the time. The brown was the ER. The 9 are criminals. She wanted that man to transfer. He's laid up in bed. She wanted him to transfer his 2 properties. He has cried on the phone and called his mother from Tamil Nadu. She's come to pick him up to take him home. This woman has said, no, first you transfer the 2 properties of his name into her name. She's not even the original wife. The original wife probably is the brown ER. It's African toxic. That's what my reading said earlier. They've taken the matter into the police station.
Your NIA. You find out what all this is. I am not involved in any of this. क्योंकि यू नो व्हाट, यहाँ पे अनफॉर्चुनेटली जो है रॉबिंग भी है. Is this to do with the chocolate family? Their child's name is Robert. They live in EU. Yeah, this is the most disgusting. Figure out what they're giving you for jobs to do while you think you're specialists. Let's hope they didn't bin you and replace you, because that's what they're very good at doing. But can you make out the difference between the original and the duplicate? Okay, I think I will leave it at this. Enough for today. Okay. There's one thing over here about the robes. That means somebody is shapeshifted to wear the NIA but is not the NIA. Worn the robe but not naturally. Rabia? There are many shapeshifters who have pretend to be law and order, but they are not. How you can play with the defense and the law and order situation of this country called India, built very straightforwardly on other people's hard work, whether it is government, private sector, public sector, जो कुछ भी है, it is actually built from the time of so-called independence 1947 and has shown you it can stand on its own feet if left alone. But then when somebody becomes prosperous, उसी time पे चोर जो होता है, he comes to steal. This time, whoever has entered this country and you have had it under siege for the last 15 years, you played the filthiest game possible. It's called really hitting below the belt. Okay, so anyway, closing it now over here. Could also be the EU. Not sure.